Hi, guys. Welcome back to a new episode of Two Sober Girls. I'm your host, Erin, with my amazing co host, Michaela. And today we want to talk about something that we both experienced firsthand in early sobriety is when you've put down the drink, but you're still trying to fit in and socialize with your crew that they drink a lot. I didn't really have a game plan, Michaela, when I got sober. I got back from rehab and I was like, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go to all the same places, but not drink. And I had no idea that was like the worst idea ever. Um, I was miserable. I did not enjoy socializing early sobriety when everyone around me was drinking. And I didn't really have a game plan, something that also was surprising until I talked to other sober women. Michaela, I would be so tired after those events. Like even drinking whatever, my mocktails, my non-alc, whatever it was. A lot of times I was like having coffee because I was so tired. And after the event, I was depressed, low vibes, and exhausted. Like I just ran a marathon because I wasn't understanding the emotional toll that was taking on my soul of being around people who had my, then my favorite drink in hand and really not vibing. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't connecting and I didn't know where I fit. Did you experience that?
I experience it a lot, although I don't go out as much as I used to go out just because I've created a life that is filled with things that give me joy and give me energy. And those are some of the things that actually just take away. In fact, I don't even go out to eat as much as I used to. I used to value going out to eat. I thought that was like the greatest thing to get away, to not have to cook, to not have to do dishes, to get dressed. Like I still romanticize that part. Like there's a part of me that does romanticize that part. But anytime I've done it the last few times, I'm like, oh, I wish I was at home. I wish I cooked at home. My food is better. I wish I was, cozier and like all of those things. And so all of this is data and it's information to that you can take and be like, what can I do differently next time? And I'm not saying we're never going to go out to eat if that drains you. Like we're still going to do it, but we're going to do it in a way that feels better, that is life-giving, perhaps not stay out as long, perhaps be very selective with the type of people you go out with, the type of places you go into, what are those spiritual or just those energy hacks that you're doing throughout the dinner, after dinner? How are you sealing that, I mean, there's so many things. I think a lot of it is energetics, but yeah, it happens all the time, although not as much because I'm very intentional with how I spend my time and I look ahead of my week, and I have no problem saying no to things because I can visualize myself going to things and I'm like, oh no, I would come back home feeling like a zombie and I don't want to. And so there's this layer of, yeah, you're not drinking, so you're not poisoning yourself. But even when you are around poison, it still affects you. Guys, everything is frequency, everything is energy, everything is vibrational. So just being around it would irritate me and it would trigger me and perhaps made me think about my old past self. I was talking to my best friend and we always fantasized about going to Burning Man. I don't know if you guys are familiar. It is
Mhm.
a huge like concert activation in the desert, and they build these beautiful statues and they're out of wood, and then at the end they burn them, and there's a lot of like quote unquote spiritual stuff happening. Every year that it passes, like it just happened right now, we had a friend go, like kind of like a distant friend, and I'm looking at the videos and pictures and I was like, you could not pay me to be there. And
Oh,
I don't understand what part of me thought that that was appealing. And,
the drunk
I
part,
guess,
Michaela.
yeah, the drunk part. And when
Yeah.
we were looking at that, at that time, we didn't have kids. So I'm like, I can't imagine if you could do that, like, God bless you. But like, there's, women who are moms that will go into this and it's just like, I mean, probably lots of drugs, probably lots of different things going on. And coming back to reality must be really freaking tough, And
Depressing.
so it's like, it's a phase. We have to understand that all of these things are just different phases of life or of being sober, and it's okay to be irritated by other people, even if they're your family, even if they're your
Mm.
friends. Um, I like to reframe things and just energetically clear, and it's important to have those tools in your back pocket, because it's one thing to come home and be exhausted and go to sleep feeling that way, and there's another way to come home and just to send people love and cut the cords and
Yeah.
seal them with love and just come back to your true self. And how do you want to feel? And take a nice cleansing shower or a bath, put on some candlelight, read a book, and just come back to your peaceful center. Like, we have the choice to do that.
Yeah. But also, as you're saying that, come back to, do I want to be hanging out here? Like, I think every sober woman has to make that decision. You go out, you have the experience. Your past life is your past life for a reason. And like, you might not want to do those things anymore. Like, I know for me, a couple times I would look around the table and say, Erinn, you fit here when you drank. You don't fit here now. I love all these people. These are wonderful people. They're not the people that I'm going to socialize with right now in this moment, because it's different when there is a substance being used and you're not using it. There's a disconnect, and I crave like deep conversation, of course, deep belly laughs, eye contact, like connection. I can't
And
get that.
understanding.
But I can't get that
Yeah.
when someone's drinking, and so for me, I would sit there very isolated. So
Yeah.
I had to be okay with, I love you, but this doesn't work for me in sobriety." And I had to go spread my wings and find new people and find new experiences and lean into that chapter more. But if you're trying to live your life like the same people, places, and things without alcohol, I think you're going to be very disappointed.
Mhm.
Like, it's like that song, "Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver, the other's gold." It's Girl Scouts. It's true. You have to make new friends and expand and realize, like, it's okay. Like, that was fun, probably because fun, air quotes, because I was drinking. But this version of me, this authentic, real version of me, I hunger for more, and I'm going to get that more. I'm doing all the work to be sober. Sorry, I'm not showing up to these events anymore that are not for me. And God bless.
Totally, totally. We have the power. And sometimes, yeah, like we'll have to go to certain things, and that's
Yeah.
okay. But like I said, have your toolbox ready. Like, just continually add things to your toolbox, like your social tool, sober toolbox, and
Yeah.
just things when you get home. Like, it's so important to keep coming back to you and just to check in with yourself. Did that feel good? Did that light me up? Just have like moments of reflection. And I love that one of our members like reached out and said this, like, and she was sober, I think she's like 8 or 9 months. And I'm sure people are lovely, but it's like when alcohol is in the mix, it's not as fun as we thought it used to be. And I think that's like that the brain, it's just trying to understand that it's kind of confusing, right? Because you're like,
Oh,
wait, I thought
Michaela.
this was fun. It's so disappointing.
Well, doesn't it make, again, I'm saying this again as a recovering alcoholic, it makes me never want to drink again, which, thank you. Like, I'm like, that was
Yes.
me. I never want to drink again, truly, when I'm out there. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I do get annoyed. I'm not going to lie. And I probably annoyed so many people. So it's karmic,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Like, I get annoyed. I get annoyed and agitated. So I have the power not to put myself in those positions, but it's a great way for me to stay sober and be like, I don't want to do that ever again. And like, I mean, we could go on and on, but just, Michaela, even like the smell of alcohol now is so repulsive to me. Like, it's one of those things. I'm like, this is not a thing that's going to make us more connected and
It's not
socialized. This is
attractive. It is
not,
not
not
attractive.
hot.
No.
It's
And
not
don't
hot.
ever try to fit in. Let me just end with
No,
there. Like, do
get
not try to
out.
fit in. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Oh my goodness. So many topics, so many great conversations. We love you guys. Keep the questions coming. Make sure to follow us at Two Sober Girls Podcast on Instagram. Feel free to send us a DM with any
Yeah.
questions or things like that. And we love you all so much. And we'll see you next week.
Love you.